What's the deal? What's the deal, gang? How's everybody? You think we moved a lot right now? Wait till markets open in the morning. Should be a should be a fun New York session. Yeah, it's after a long weekend with the weekend like we had. No, it's gonna be an interesting market open. It's gonna be an interesting New York session. Was this our catalyst to hit all-time highs? Was that it? Was that the catalyst to do it? It's too early to tell, but man, it's gonna be a long ride up if it is. Not gonna be this month. All right, daily closed bullish here. We're closed bullish at support. So we've got a really nice daily support here. Four hours closed bullish. Sorry, we're gonna keep it relevant to the session. So we have massive, massive bullish momentum. Selling would be like falling a catching knife. It's our first day back, right? It would be like falling a catching knife. You know where I got that? I read that in the Bible stick candle. Yep. Selling here is like falling a catching knife. It's a direct quote from the Bible stick candle. Market is overall bearish, yes, I understand. But selling in the exact place we are right now, considering the fact that we've come up to, so here's the thing. We were going to reject here at 62. See this rejection on the hourly? We were going to reject either here at 62, 63 area or at 64 area. I had it, I'm sorry, I had 65, yep, right here, or 65.5 area. So that's where I was looking for rejections. If we reject either one of the two, so we ended up rejecting right here 63.3. It's not really a specific price point. It's just kind of an area. And in this area, when we came up here after this big drive up, we rejected at 63.38. So if we rejected at this area, you can scratch 64 now or 65 because we rejected here, came down. If we were going to come down, we would have been, we're going to respect here and we're going to come down. And then it hasn't formed yet for us. But because we already came down and created a low here, we basically grabbed orders that were this area. And once we grab these orders, we are probably looking up to the next range. Like I said, but this hasn't finished printing yet. So the only way we get sells is for this to start first respecting, closing below. The hourly will have to flip bearish. We'll have to start closing below 6125. So there's a few things that'll have to happen. Then we'll need the motion to play out. We'll need top wicks to around 63, 64 area before taking sells. But right now, I'm expecting the 4 hours, since it broke the previous 4 hour highs, for the price to continue heading up, unless we start flipping on the higher time frame, the 4 and the 1 hour. Strong rejection here off 5. Right, so you would have to stay, right? We would have to stay below 62.3 here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, how did this hourly open up? Top wick first. Yeah, so at this point, I don't know if this is top wick to reject or a range to fill, right? We'll get some closures. I'm going to start getting some closures on the 30, 1, and then I'll look for positions. It's I'm going to have a really hard time selling when the market's been pushing up, and it's not like we have ridiculously wild news over weekend, right? We have attacks, we have declarations of war, we have like massive instability in the markets. And what happens during massive instability in the markets? People flock to safe havens. They take their money out of uncertainty and place them into safe havens, which would be A, gold, and B, yen, and oil tends to go up during times of uncertainty, right? So people tend to put their money there. Ipso facto, the price of each of those will go up. So gold's a safe haven. That's why you're seeing, once war breaks out, that's why you're seeing a massive spike up, and that might have been the catalyst, you know, for us to continue driving up. That's why I'm so bullish, and I'm having a hard time looking for sells unless we print really, really strongly bearish. Until then, we're breaking all highs. Even now, we broke a high. We're not closing there yet, right? We've kind of rejected, but we still broke a high. We break into this range, we're going to look for more buys. This is what I want to see as we're coming up. I want to see something like this. And we just rejected from this area, right? So see if we can start getting some closures above and maybe an indication on a smaller time frame that we're coming up. Oh, it's too far to go back here. Let's see if we can. So it wasn't much of a bottom wick here, right? As you broke up here, above range, and bottom wick to 64592. So if we can close up above there again, bottom wick to 645, 646 would be great. Right, and we'll emulate that move up to 70 and beyond. To 1870 and beyond. So keeping our options open here, whether it's buys or sells, depending on how we print here. 15 held. high level here. The hourly flip. But as we saw yesterday, it was very similar yesterday at the private session. The hourly flip bearish, failed to drive. I mean, we might fill down the range a bit, but for me to be confident in it, I need to see some closures, especially in the face of such bullish momentum. What's up, Zoom? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you guys. A 420 in the chat. Give it up for yourselves. Got your wisdom teeth out today. Holy fuck. Damn. It's crazy. Did you hear Don's story? He had like 18 wisdom teeth. He had to just keep taking them out. Yeah, tells that all the time. I don't know if to make you wise, but like in his case, he said he had a bunch of extra wisdom teeth. He had like, I don't remember. He had a whole bunch of wisdom teeth. Thought you wasn't going to stream tonight because of bank holiday. What bank holiday? It was a New York and Canada bank holiday, but even if it wasn't, New York and Canada would still be closed right now. It's like, this is the Asian session. So the markets that were on that had a holiday today would be closed whether it was a holiday or not. Irrelevant. Now let's say Japan, China, New Zealand, Australia all had a holiday at the same time. Then yo, mods, by the way, go check out the mods channel on Discord. Alright? Where's the mod dot? we have one mod in the chat. This is crazy. Yo, we're gonna need to mod more people. Where's Don Juan? I miss him. This would be a good time. Why is he not here? This would have been a perfect time to let him patrol the chat. No, I don't see him. Yeah, I didn't see him in the private session yesterday either. Oh my God, here. Damn. Flip on this hourly, huh? This is nice. Feel the range here. I'm gonna wait for this 30 to close. We got 6 minutes here on this 30. We might just drive down here. Let's see. Because then we have an advantage point to the bottom of the range here, right? If it is to continue down. But we still haven't had a closure below this 5-minute range, below 6212. If I look at the charts, I think it will go up and down. Facts. Alright, miss you too. Come through. Three minutes here for the 30 close. Let's see what happens. There's our 4-hour levels, right? Yeah, the way we've closed, see, the 4 hours here. We're getting this 4-hour close above 1860. So last time we had a close above in these areas, we've come down, tapped 1860, 1861, and then took off. Same thing, we closed above here, we took off. But in general, I'm looking to tap 1860 to drive up. And I know you're saying, oh, hey, we rejected here, and we rejected here, rejected here. Yes, but those were when the market was coming down, right? I believe we are in this phase of the move, right? That's where I believe we are. So let's see, right? This is what I believe is playing out right here. I don't think it's this, which would have been here, right? I think it's this. It's playing out here. So this is why I'm going to look for a rejection at around 1860, 1861 to continue up. This is what I'm really looking for, to see if we can fill out the range to 1880. I know that was really hard to see if you're on a cell phone, but I'm looking to fill it up to here, 1880s area. If we reject, yeah, we can reject and we can come down here, and we'll need a strong indication that it's rejecting. For now, we still have a bullish 4-hour close, or 4-hour, and we still have a bullish 1 hour. Do we? Wait. We have a doji 1 hour. Let's see how we close. Yo, Enzo, get some off. Oh. All right, 30 just closed here. Closed doji. All right, so we have a doji 30. How did it form? It came up, and then it came down. Now it's going back up again. Is this the top wick for the 30? If we can break the previous 30, no, this is the 15. All right, so if we can break the previous 15 high, this would be an interesting position for a sell. I'm looking to come down to 60.725. Not a doji, it's a lightsaber. Hello, 9 Wicks. Hello. How are you? Hi, how are you? Anyone take this initial tap off 6-3 here? A decent chance to come back. $18,309 sell for me. Tight stop loss. I'm waiting for the market to come down or come up to one of these areas. There's a lot of time left in this 30, over 20 minutes. And this just broke the previous 30 low, which means it just grabbed orders below it. If it doesn't drive down, it could just very well flip up and fill out the range. So Pineapple is just adding on a position. It's not that serious. Just doesn't matter what things are called. Just understand the action behind it. understand what's going on and why it's happening. It's really the key. Is that it? Is that as low as we were going to come down? 15 flipped here. Spoke about this yesterday, how it gets difficult when every time frame is telling a different story, right? We got a bullish 4 hour above the range. We have an hourly that flipped bearish back into range. We have a 30 that's broke the previous 30 for a bottom wick, about to flip bullish. Right? 15, tap the 15 support to flip bullish. It also looks like a 5 top wick. Actually, no, there's going to be a 5 candle closing bullish here. And the buys get difficult here, right? Because you're expecting a 4 hour close. And if we're expecting a 4 hour close, we're expecting a bottom wick on the 4 hour, on the next 4 hour. Do I think it's filling the gap all the way down here at 1830s area, 1840s area? At some point, I mean, I believe the news should come. There should be some kind of news that calms people down a bit, right? Take them back, grab orders. We're gonna have a catalyst that pulls the market back. It's not just gonna drive up forever. But I think that if it keeps going the way it's going and escalating, then just this is going to overtake any other news that comes out and just drive the market up. Wow, yeah. People want to buy, right? They see it driving up. Previous 30 closed bearish. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? No, I'm not in any position. I don't have an indication. I need the market to break out of these ranges so I can have some kind of indication of what we're going to do. For now, I just can't trade in here. It's parabolic movements, and we're printing side by side realistically. It's it just gets very risky to trade here. Yeah, you could say, just close your eyes and buy, but then are you really trading or are you gambling? Hold on, chat. But the original plan was to look for sells? No, my original plan was buys. And I said selling would be like, remember that? Falling a catching knife? Like catching a falling knife. It's not that the sells are catching a falling knife. It's just sells right now are risky. They haven't printed yet. Although this is... Although we're getting there. We're getting to the time where we're going to see something form. We still want the 4 hour above here, above 1863.54. You changed your style? Not really changed. I mean, same nuances. Reading the candles the same way. I mean, I'm still looking for the same things, right? We're still technically in range 1, right? If we were to look at it like that. Right? Support, resistance, and then you could say, yeah, now you have this resistance here, anything above here, range 1. So let's see if we can, and I just said we need to close above this area on the 4, and if we do, then we can look for more buys. So all still the same, just I'm looking for more optimal positions and ideally some wick entries. Do you believe in candlestick patterns? I don't believe in something that exists. The market repeats itself, right? The market repeats itself over and over and over. That is how people find their edge, by noticing the things that repeat over and over and over. And that's one of the things you'll see repeating, because price repeats, price movements repeat, price ranges repeat over and over and over, right? And that's how we do that's what we do technical analysis based on, right? We study historical price data, and yeah, it's nothing to believe in. It's right there in front of you. Physical, tangible thing. Personally, I believe we're ranging and might see a bit of a pullback, maybe a trickle up for the eventual massive push that will be the New York open and just the entire week, the week finally opening up. We might see a pullback, but I think overall, with the markets opening up after a long weekend, we should see a massive explosion. Just like pause. Market explosion. Volume. How old are you guys? Come on. Up. I think we can pull back, right? We can pull back to 40 areas, but I think overall we should head up. What a way to just, I don't believe you guys are that old. It's one way to ruin a rhetorical question. Just answer it. Hey, there's another 30-year-old in here. W, a few of them. Nice. I love it. How young am I? Who's asking? 40 plate. Damn. You know you old when you gotta put a plus behind your age. I'm 16 plus. Damn, motherfucker, you old. It's crazy. 48 yesterday. All right, 37, 39. There's my age range. I'm 38. 38. Oldest here, 57. Nice. Feel 22, my back feels 50, so you feel 50. Weekend was good. And not good. Like, it was good. Productive, but it wasn't good, news-wise. Right? Obviously, we don't want shit like that going on. You have kids? No, I have 3 little demons that friggin' argue with anything that moves or anything that talks. Yeah, if you got timed out, like, it happens sometimes. Sometimes the mods just be like that. It'll happen to you one day, chat. To every single person, every mod gets one no reason timeout when they just start. My God has unlimited no reason timeouts. It's just the rules of the game. It's part of the game. Like, I didn't make up the rules, right? buying? Are we selling? We're waiting on this 4-hour close. And I'm looking for, ideally, for some buys. I also want to see how it happens, because we might close bullish here below this area. And the first thing that might happen, the 4-hour might drive up with no bottom wick. At which point there might be an opportunity to sell depending on how the 5 prints. Another 5 minutes here. Market eventually collapses and trading is no longer available anymore. What's your plan for life to keep yourself entertained? If you guys haven't really tuned in, right, for a while, and it's like one of your first times here, I got fencing, I got synchronized swimming with the Avengers, I got unicycle hockey, I got underwater skydiving, I got horseback snowboarding. I could do whatever I want to keep myself busy. I practice all week long while you guys sit on the charts. I leave early and I go practice. You guys need to enjoy your day. Go find a sport, try it out, make it weird. Find another sport, try it out, make it weird. Have an epic story. It's my 5-day split. Loaded schedule. I'm single. Any advice? Yeah, take a spelling class. Maybe that's why you're single. What is your opinion on what's happening in Gaza? It's gonna bring. I think it's gonna bring a lot of volume to the markets here, right? We're trading. We're not talking politics. But what I will say is that we all start this journey of life from different points, and we all end up in the same destination, right? It's just, it's very important to realize that that you're all alive, right? Very important to realize it, and you're all alive, and at some point, you know, we all have the same destination. It's a sad topic, right? But I guess the overall point behind it is, well, let's not make the overall point. Let me ask you a question. Why not make the most out of the time you have left on this earth? Why not do your best bidding with the time you have left? Why not do your best knowing your time is limited? Really? Go for it. Use this as another reminder that your time is limited. Make the most of it, right? Because at one point, it's going to be too late. I'll be gone. It is what it is. You won the lottery of life, right? Why not make the most of it? That's my question to you. see. 4-hour close here. See the flower? The hour flip. The flower. The hour flip bearish, and then it had a hard time driving down and flip bullish again. It's going to close strong bullish. Interesting. This is very interesting. Chat, I'm going to take a buy right here. I know we didn't break. I think we need to make a steeper wick to come down. If we come down here, great, but I think we need to break the 4-hour highs to come down here. I took a buy right here. I think we're going to need to break the previous 4-hour high to make a decision if we're going to come back down or not. And if once that happens, we'll be break even. And small stops in this case. 42 pip stops. Yeah, because then if it rejects, I'm taking it also with a very small risk here because I understand that if we reject, then that's going to give us the indication of a drive. But if we are to continue driving up, then I just don't want to miss it here. But I have very small risk on the table. I'm also expecting the 4-hour high to break if we're going to grab orders to continue down. I'm expecting if this market is to continue down and break these lows, then we should break the highs to grab some orders above there. Brave? No, I'm just looking risk-wise. So for the market to really have a massive drive down, like I think it would have done it on the last hourly, right? Because you had the last hourly break the lows and then flip bullish and continue up. So if it's doing that, if it just drove up after that rejection and the 4 hours closed bullish, we would need to grab orders above that area that we've never tapped to get further than the previous hour, right? Which was right here. So if that's the case, if it does come down and it takes out, great, but I believe we need more orders above here in order to continue down, if that's the case. But then again, my entry is 1864.284. 28. Yeah, it's basically it. It's the same entry that's on the screen. It could be the sell. It's all perspective. It's all about what you're trying to get in this range, right? 5 just closed doji. The first 5 of the new 4 hour. Probably be here for the hourly fill. Yeah. We reject from a much steeper area. Reject from 67.2.1867.3 here. I believe that's where we would really have to come up before driving further down. We'll see. And the reason, remember in the beginning of the stream, we said it was looking initially for sells at 62 or 64 area. But after we came down and formed this support, I have a hard time looking for a sell here after it's already grabbed liquidity to drive. Yes, I'm going to buy. I might move these stops. I'm going to see. I really want to see how this prints. It just drives down or if we get closures. So we'll see. Can't believe I took the same entry as Wix without looking at the live. Feel great. Yeah. I remember those times. Can't believe I took the same entry as Wix. Now I take the same entries as Wix all the time. Got in 1863.30. Oh, that's a good entry. Get to go BE sooner. Potential pineapple scenario. Yes and no. I want to see how it would come down here, because we can have our stops at this area here, right? At like 73 pips, and there's a chance, but if it forms for, it could form for sells at this area, where I would rather be in sells than buys, and at which point I would close out. It just depends. Check charts on trade. I mark up on TradingView and take positions on Meta. Empty fizzy. Professional demo trader. Yes, sir. We are retail demo traders. Yeah, I understand. You can be a hard sell on this one. For now, looking like motion, but I expect highs to be broken here before the eventual drive down. I could be wrong, but I expect highs to be broken. Retail though. Also, you have to understand the 4-hour. The 4-hour range that we needed to close above was right here, and we closed above it. Big demo account, get a mansion in the metaverse. Yes, sir. Yeah, 5-figure roof with a friggin' 4-figure tip. Fuckers. wish you guys traded oil. Just buy or close your eyes and buy. Will the streak continue or break? Find out in next chapter. Oh, what are we at? 3 in a row? What's the win streak? I don't know if we're at a streak, actually, honestly. I don't know. I know we had a break-even position yesterday for the private session. You like cigars? No, I'm not. I'm not a huge fan of cigars, honestly. I gave it a try. There was a moment in my life where I gave it a try, and I was like, you know what? Let's see if this thing works. And it was all right for a little while. I get hated on almost third day. Thankful for my hate. Oh man, start live streaming. You're gonna get DMs in your sleep. See, I told you, you suck, or shit like that, right? Just you gotta tune out the noise and understand that this is the extent, right, of where you're gonna be. You know, of where I guess this should control your life. To what point? This is it. Shouldn't go past this. Shouldn't go outside. It's just this. Anything that happens here should not have a significant impact on the rest of your day, like day in and day out. As soon as we break the previous 4-hour high, because I'm at 11 pips here. Matter of fact, chat, I'm gonna go break even, and I'm gonna hold on. Matter of fact, okay, I'm gonna close 75% of my position on this fill of the wick right here. Boom. Well, it came back down once I closed it, so it sucks. I wanted like 12, 13, but it's all right. I closed 75% at 10 flat, chat, and I'm break even. All right. Fucker better run. Better not come back down here. Wait. Go back. There we go. Oh, it's gonna retract. No. Oh, don't you flip 5. Flip. Don't you fucking flip. Continue driving. Break the 4-hour highs. See, an example of people getting to me. Wix managed risk. People get to me, so I closed in profits. Don't be ashamed to close in profits, no matter what it is. Yeah, I got a quarter of my position only running here. I closed 10 pips. This shit better not flip, because now if it flips, it's gonna come back down. Fucker. Right? Because look, we've created a 4-hour bottom wick. And we started driving up, and now it's rejected. If it flips, it's gonna come back down and fill this bottom wick. Oh. No. No, I'm out. Fucker. Yeah, it just hit my B. It's all perspective, Chad. It's really what you're looking to get. Get small. I mean, one of these days, one of these Asians, we're gonna get a fucking runner. Like we've been attempting. I haven't been closing full, and I've been closing 50%, 75%. Right? We haven't been closing full at all lately for Asian because I'm like we're expecting big moves and runners, but for now we've kind of just like it starts driving, reject, starts driving, reject. Yeah, 10 is all we need, but you know, yeah, a lot of 10. But thing is, I mean, we're overdue for a runner. Where is it? Gold is bullish. I mean, fundamentally bullish. And we saw the 4 hour and the hourly close reflect that on the charts, right? We might have more positions, but it won't be on this hourly. What you might see is this next hourly right here. You might see this next hourly close above here. If that's the case, right? If that's the next hourly, you're looking for a bottom wick to break that low to fill the range up. So you're going to look for positions across the board here. Right? This is the area. Just look left. This is the area over here, the most immediate, the most recent area. When you've gone through this is the area that took you up. Let's see if that's the area that can take us up again. Keep cracking at the rock. Yeah, watch it run without us. Hold on, let me get rid of this on the screen. Annoying. Yeah, we spoke about gold as a safe haven earlier in the stream. Fuck. You can scale in with more buys. But the issue here is you've grabbed the bottom wick on the 4 and the hourly and just attempted this drive. It's not like you didn't. It would be different if this drive up above the range wasn't here. But you've just attempted it and you're back in range, right? So until you're closing outside and above it, I would have a difficult time justifying another buy until these highs are broken. You might break the 4. The thing is, you never broke that 4-hour high. You might break the 4-hour high and come back down in range. So it really depends on how you close and when you get the closures. At what time in the market? The market might not be ready to drive yet. Even if it's bullish, it might range in the 64 to 60 overall area before London, right? You might see London pull back, give you that bottom wick for the eventual drive for New York. We'll see. But the only reason, the biggest reason I took the buy here, besides all the closures, is my expectation that we need to break the previous 4-hour highs to grab orders somewhere here in order to come back down. The 4-hour didn't close in a way where it didn't leave a range, and you already had these areas that have tapped, and it tried to drive further and it couldn't. See, it tapped here and it tried to drive down, and all it could do was bottom out at 61.369. Now, if logic tells you that if you grabbed orders from here and this is all it could do, to get anywhere here, you probably need to grab more orders. So that was the biggest reason for me taking this position, expecting to break the previous 4-hour high. We got close to it and we started holding. So I can't be exact, right? This is not an exact science. This is a probability science. So once we came up above this range, it makes sense to go break even. Even if you don't secure the bacon, it makes sense to go break even, because a flip now should take you back down. Probability dictates. But that was the biggest reason, because I'm expecting at least a liquidity grab here if we are to come back down, which we might not do. We might continue up. So if we're expecting to come up here, I figured we have at least 12 to 15 pips to the break, right? That gives us an advantage point. It was a little more. It was like yeah, like 13 pips to the break. That was our advantage. Now you got a closure with no top wick here on the 5. Next 5 should close bearish if it has any sense in what it's doing. If this 5 had any sense, it would close bearish. Some shit your grandmother would say. If you had any sense, you would close bearish here, 5. Alright, it's pata sucia time. Guess this 5 has some sense. Closing bearish. Right? We just expect that from the previous 5. No top wick. see. Who doesn't want to be a hero, right? You can take a sell right here, like 5 pip stop, right? 5 pip stop. Unlimited RR, just above the highs here. Heroes. I know everyone's itching for that massive trade, but if you ever get it to go your way here, I mean, majority of the time you'll get burned, but even if you get lucky a few times, like that one burn isn't worth it. Oh, look at that rejection. Remember we said we are looking for this area across the board? We were on the dot with that. I think we should have looked at pineapples here. I just don't know where I would have entered one. Like maybe if after we had this bullish candle close here, right? Once this closed bullish, maybe this one had a steep bottom wick before the drive up. Maybe the pineapple on the flip here. But that would have been honestly the same entry that we had, I think. Yeah. We could have had 2 entries in the same spot, basically. Here's the 30 that just closed. Let's see how the 30 reacts in this area. Hopefully it'll snail its way up. Well, the 30 closed right at resistance, right? This is the area we've had marked up from earlier, and this is where it's closed right at it. You would probably need a strong bearish close on this current 30. Next hourly breaking the top wick, and then you can look for sells, because at that point the hourly will stay below in this range. If you get a bearish 30, you'll probably get a doji hourly looking to fill the range down to 60. It's a possibility. You have something runner, or did it be a Hibby 10 flat MB? We did not beat the allegations today, chat. Devious gang is at 10 pips, and we have justified the allegations tonight. Wish we could see your MT5. What's it gonna do for you? It does nothing for you. It's the same thing as this trading view, except it's got my balance on it. That's it. Are you looking for a swing, King? That's an interesting question. Yes, I am looking for a swing. You are very shrewd, my friend. You are very, very shrewd. As you guys can tell, the monthly here has flipped. And I was looking on the flip yesterday, but I believe we'll need to come back to these areas before finally driving. So if we come back, I will look for positions. I think even 1833 area, 1830, yeah, 1828, 1830s area. If we can come back there, even on the weekly here, right? I want us to re-break. This is what I want to see, right? So let me show you. Unless you guys already see it. So do you see this? What we had here? And once we closed, the next candle made a massive bottom wick to the bottom of that candle. So if the next candle can come down maybe to these areas next week, right, if we can do this, I'm looking for buys right here at 1830s area. And it'll look weird next week because it'll be a monthly flip, but you got to understand what we're going through. And it's just grabbing orders to continue up. And then I'll look for a swing probably to all-time highs. That's what it would look like. But we might never come back there. This might have been the catalyst to take us to all-time highs, and we might never retest the lows here. Hell, for all we know, war could be over in about a week, 2 weeks, a month, and we'll be coming back down. We'll see. Hold on, chat. I want to say goodnight to my kids. Hold on a second. The Israel war was a major geopolitical event. Yes, it was. It was a big event. All right. Yeah, I mean, you guys, you guys don't have to time them out if we're discussing, what's going on in terms of the market and what's possible. But if people start arguing, all right, mods. Yeah, if people start arguing about sides and who's right, who's wrong, and where they stand, I mean, it's not the place for that. We'll get then you'll get booted. But if we're discussing the current climate in terms of the markets and how it might affect what we're doing, then yeah, just we can. I invite the conversation then. Lakers are playing tonight. What's your TP on swing? I don't have a position yet. It would be all-time highs if I do get a position. That will be my TP. There's just at this moment, since we've tapped these areas above 6493, above our range, we can't take any positions here. There's no buys yet. Maybe sells could form, but me personally, I would need some higher time frames to start closing bearish. You're a few candles away from sells. I think you're right. Wicks might go for a buy. I gave you my reason why I was in a buy earlier, but that reason has come and gone. Like it would be a different position. But overall, like I don't think we're wrong. Market should be coming up further. But there were people in sells when I was in buys, right? Like we technically both hit TP. Yeah, look at the 5 now breaking down. This would be something to look at, and a position worth thinking about on this 5 top wick as it broke the previous 5, because you have the motion playing out here too, right? And if this happened at a support on a bullish day, flipped upside down, we'll see it, right? Where we came back in range, and this 5 here, see this? It tried to break below, and it didn't. It closed respecting this area overall. Next candle, top wick is your entry as it breaks that 5. And I would be okay with doing that if this was at a support. If we were down here, right? Whoops. Like if it was like this, right? And we're in a bullish market, then I'd be okay with buys. But because we're coming up so bullishly on the higher time frames here, I can't take the sells in that situation unless the market's been either, like I said, unless it was at a support or the market has been ranging here for a while, right? So if the market has ranged and started for a while and then started printing like this on the 5, then I'm okay with taking these sells. But we've just come up, right? I think we might come up further or at least retest the highs. So it's hard thinking, oh, sells we're going to drive down if we're going to retest this area. right? And you can see it has a hard time driving initially. It's gonna top wick. How much would that have given you? Yo, what the fuck is with this ruler thing? Yeah, that was nothing. Chat, thank you so much for coming through. Hey, we got 200 likes. W, can we get 300? 300 likes. But we are coming to the end of the session. It's been a kind of a slow session, a draggy session, not in terms of movement, right? The market's really moved. Like we have candles moving. It's just in terms of setting up for something. This five's ranged here. It's the smaller time frames didn't drive. All the drives are big time frames. Smaller time frames kind of trickle up down. See, this is why I say this would be great on at a support, but at a resistance, it's difficult. I don't want to sit here. At a sell when it's doing this on a bullish day. Top tier education. I'm a paid actor. Thank you, Dill. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $5. You don't gotta donate, but still appreciate you for coming through and showing support. I pushed the button like 3 times already. Which one? Buy, 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 buy. He's stacking positions. Took sell's most recent no top look. Come back up there, but we'll see. I think the market maker is listening to your stream. Sharing the green I've been making by learning off of you. Appreciate you. Need a good entry strategy? Learn to read candles. You'll come up with your own good entry strategy. And people won't understand it. But guess what? If it's going to be a good entry where it's profitable, you're not going to care to explain it to them. Either they want to understand it or they want to bash it. And if they want to understand it and you're profitable, they'll make sure to show up and try to learn. Right? It'll speak for itself. But when it's truly profitable, you won't care to convince anyone that it's profitable. Either they want to hop on the train or not. You don't have to, you're not supposed to beg people up on. All right, so don't hop on. Like, it's on you, right? It's the great thing about having free will. Talbot, you passed your phase 2, so now you're officially a funded trader, retail funded. Happy Thanksgiving. That's next month. Halloween's first. Oh wow, I didn't think you guys were gonna get me to 300 likes. 255 already. Awesome. We might get it before I end the stream. Q1 gonna kill you. I think honestly, I think it should be a really, really big year next year. A lot of big things coming from Devious. A lot. I mean, like, stick around. But in not like in products, in terms of like, in terms of value, in terms of getting you guys where you need to be, in terms of, okay, it doesn't even matter like where you need to be, but there's no goal, right? But you need to be better than you are now. So in terms of getting you better and further along past whatever level you're at, I think next year is going to be big. In terms of strategy and putting pen to paper and really getting a workflow of things for you guys to really understand how to approach the market. It's shout out to Elvis for making that fucking ridiculous journal that you need 6 days to fill out. Like that's a good thing for you guys. I don't use it, but it's a good thing for you guys because like if I was not in my position but on your end of the spectrum, I would definitely take advantage of it. All right. And Elvis is so committed also to getting this down and helping people. Like it's dope. Inez been killing it. Yeah, Inez young as fuck, killing it. All right, baby. Earmuffs. Earmuffs. Even know anything? Nope. That's proof. Anything you write or note can be used you in the court of marriage, in the court of law. Inez older than you. Inez like fucking 11, killing it. All right. The hourly's flip bearish. What you gonna do? Staying above here though, but below here. I honestly, chat, I want to see the hourly close above 1864.94. Look for buys. Otherwise, we might get a top wick start coming down here, and then we can look for the motion playing out. In March, it will be in UK. So how to apply? There's link. No, when we know when we're going there or when we're gonna be there, um, we'll have to We'll have to sort out a spot for the in-person, for the meet and greet, whatever we, and then we'll have to We'll have to do a lot of things. We'll do some promos. We'll let everybody know. We're not just gonna do it. So you guys will know if you want to show up to the meet and greet in London or hang out in London. We'll drop the date and the Addy in probably in January when we know more. some reason I haven't been getting notifications when you stream. Yeah, I think YouTube is trying to hold me down, hold me back. Come on, YouTube, get it together. People are trying to join the stream. Going, never been to UK? Yeah, come through. You might win a screen this time, get you a whole setup. Squad just short 2/3 of my physical goal in local shop on one day, $20 run and goal. Halloween came out early. See what kind of closure we get on the hourly. Maybe below 36295, at which point a top wick to the highs. Would have been great if it broke the previous 30 low and pulled back, right? Because then I'm not worried about the orders below this area. But it didn't. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. No. Maybe once or twice. People say different things. No bottom of closure on the 30, you're buying off the rip. Then I would say be careful of the 15 and the 5, because those might be the ones that close bullish, and then eventually the 30 continues driving down. You'll see this happen a lot. You see the 30 close like this. Then if you look on the 5, right, you're expecting the market now to make a bottom wick and drive, and it will do that, but it'll do it on the 5 or the 15, right? And you'll get this, right? At which point you've now created a bottom wick here, right? On the 15, and then even though the 30, now the previous 30 didn't have a bottom wick, you can still get a top wick and drive, right? And it'll look like this. You'll get that top wick, and you'll get kind of a celery play, a break here. But on the higher time frame, all it'll look like is this. It'll just be this, right? While still not having a bottom wick here at this area right there on the 30. So if you're looking for buys, if you get a bullish candle formed with a bottom wick in this area, then you be careful how a candle after it opens, if it opens with a top wick or a bottom wick initially. I don't think you have to worry about that here, because first of all, we never broke the previous 30. Second of all, we're not driving back into this range below here. We just kind of respected resistance, and we got 20 seconds here, and the hourly will close bearish, but it'll close bearish above range. It'll close bearish respecting this support, staying above it. And if it's closing bearish but staying above it, there's a high chance that it breaks the lows and then flips up, and then you get a seller play here. So be careful. Not an ideal place to trade. You can have a decent advantage point if you come up and break the previous hourly highs here off the rip before making a bottom wick, because at that point you're expecting a bottom wick on the hourly, and if you're expecting that, this would give you a nice advantage point for the flip, right? 16 pips, 17 pips. Might still get it, or might not. Let's see. Flipped, huh? We'll see. Gang, I think I'm gonna call it here. We're 10 p.m. Eastern. It's 3:45. We'll ride it slow here. Well, we already got a W tonight, right? So still good. If we break these highs, so you could probably look for sells. Just tune into the smaller time frame. Make sure you're not getting bottom wicks on the 5 to continue driving up. That you're topping out and end up closing back below range. Outside of that, these levels are, well, I don't know if they're still valid. I honestly, on the higher time frame, this is valid, but you can't look for a sell here right now at 6.4. You probably have to break the highs to maybe 6.7, 6.8 areas before looking for sells. Yep, the streak continues. We done did it again. Oops, we done did it again. Gang, I'll see you tomorrow on oh yeah, Yanez. Make sure you're there for Yanez's stream. I think he's going to be there at 3 a.m. tonight. And tomorrow morning, long weekend. After a long weekend and massive news, massive catalysts over the weekend for the market to drive, it's going to be a wild open. So make sure you're here tomorrow. I think we should have a couple of chances for positions, many chances for positions. There's a lot of ranges that have been created, a lot of room left to fill. All right, I'll see you guys on Donvo's stream in the morning. And for my gang, Zoom, thank you for coming through. Mods, chat, love and wisdom to you all. I'll see you guys same time, same place tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube, right? Your track is getting queued up, and just like that, another Asian session is in the books.